Chevron takes those kinds of allegations very seriously. So that was one of my mandates, was to investigate the health allegations. So we've hired external epidemiologists as well as our internal epidemiologists, health risk assessors, to look at all of the data to investigate this. And what we found is that there's absolutely no evidence that there's an increase in cancer death rate. So, well, certainly there are people there that are sick. It's a very poor region. There's absolutely no evidence that there's an increase in cancer rate, and there's absolutely no evidence that any of that is linked to oil production. To the point of whether or not there's any water coming off these pits that is posing a problem to the environment, we've sampled every stream at every inspection. And again, 99% of those samples meet US EPA and WHO drinking water standards. And we don't find any heavy metals or hydrocarbons at any concentration that would be a concern to health or the environment. We do know that skin rashes are certainly an issue in the region. We believe those are due to the fact that there is no sewage treatment anywhere in the area. There's an enormous number of fecal bacteria in the water. This is not good water to drink or to bathe in, but for the most part, it has nothing to do with oil. It has to do with poor sanitation. In the United States, we used to say, how much pollution can we clean up? And now what we ask ourselves is, how much pollution do we need to clean up for things to be safe for human health? And so the public may tend to think, oh, if you see something in the environment, it must mean that it's very bad. When in fact, people are exposed to hydrocarbons on a daily basis. The asphalt that is on our roads outside the window here are made from hydrocarbons and made from crude oil. The gasoline we put on our tank, people encounter hydrocarbons on a daily basis. That doesn't mean that those hydrocarbons are going to make you sick. And I know that's difficult to explain. Because of the science behind it, but there is very proven science behind human health risk assessment, approved by the US EPA, and that's what Chevron's been doing to try to assess whether or not any of these health allegations are true or not. As a scientist, if I found that there was any evidence that people were being exposed to something that could harm their health, or if there was any evidence of an increase in cancer, I would raise the red flag. I would pick up the phone and call the Vice President of Health, Environment, and Safety and let them know about that. That's not the case in this case. And I guess that I work for the company may be an issue. I can say two things. I have on other occasions picked up the phone and said, we have a problem here and we need to fix it. And secondly, I wouldn't work for Chevron if I couldn't pick up the phone and do that. I wouldn't be there.